Mic on.
Good morning, everybody. It does say there's nobody here, but I'm still setting everything up. So I'll sign into chat so I can talk to you guys at the same time. And I'm sure eventually everybody will show up. Today, let's see. Nope, not that. Leave that there. Today we are going to be talking about elongated coins. Good morning, Michael Kittle. You are number one. As usual, for some reason you get the notifications, though I don't ever get your notifications. Kind of weird. Actually, I get nobody's notifications. Anybody that I'm subscribed to, so that's different. Yeah. So today we're going to be talking about elongated coins, like I said. And as you can see on the screen, this is a Golden Gate Park elongated coin from San Francisco. This machine is no longer there, doesn't exist. You are number one, don't forget it. Yeah, I'm number two. It's okay, I'll be number two. Um, let's see. So this machine doesn't exist anymore. It was a single design machine that was at one of the stores or kiosks, as I was told, uh, in Golden Gate Park up in San Francisco. Um, so that's one picture, and then let's see if I can find the other picture. I don't even know how it's showing that picture. How is it showing that picture? Great. Now I forget. Uh, hmm. Oh, this one. This screen. Where's this screen at? Yeah, I'll figure this out eventually. Okay. Alright, let me see if I can change pictures. Oh, I see. Yeah. Alright, so there's 2 people, 3 people. Welcome, everybody. I'm still trying to figure out how to change the picture. Nope, not that. Sorry, I will figure this out. Alright, well, whilst I'm figuring that out, let me see if I can figure this out. Here is a shot of a beautiful silver buffalo. It's under the microscope right now. I guess that's not bringing it up bigger. It's bringing it up bigger on my screen, just not yours. Microscope. Yeah, I've got to figure out how to make this stuff change. Oh no, there it goes. It's just very delayed. Okay. Alright, so it's very delayed, and I'll figure it out eventually. Alright, so this right here, since I've now set up Nightbot, good morning, Lincoln Central. Looks great on this phone. Oh, on the iPhone. Excellent, thank you. Of course, I'm moving things around. This is a silver buffalo. It's a little tiny one. Let me see if I can turn it over and show you. It's just 1 gram, but under the microscope it looks huge and amazing and impressive. But I'm setting up Nightbot, so because I'm setting up Nightbot, I will be able to uh, pick a winner in chat. So it should be able to give that away. So let's see. Let's see if let's see if this works or not. It should work, hopefully. I set up Coin Shop just like Mike has it on his. Yeah, I realize that I'm being silly. I don't know if my Nightbot's not set up properly. Probably. Great. Well, maybe Mike will have to just give it away to somebody, and then I'll just send it to him. All right. So, anyways, so there's little 1 gram little gold buffalo we're going to be giving away, and then that'll be later on in the stream. But everyone has been talking about elongated coins and wake up Nightbot. Yeah, exactly. So I decided to pull out some of the ones that are more my collection, not just elongated coins I have, because I've got buckets of them. But let's see if I can get the microscope working. Nope, not that. That? No, further out. Further out. Closer in. There we go. This is one. It's called On the Pike. It's from the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair. It is 1 gram silver buffalo. I just picked a winner for you. Congrats to Michael Kidover Coins. Okay, that's funny. Hey, at least Lincoln Central would win first. Come on now. I'm sure other people will eventually show up. If not, everyone gets to watch this later. Anyways, so yeah, 1904 St. Louis World's Fair, and it's called On the Pike because there's a dude riding a fish. Now there is a coin called the Pike, and it's just the fish. That is actually the key basic elongated coin. The one that's just the Pike can sell for thousands and thousands of dollars. It's that rare. This one is on the Pike. This is probably the best example I've ever seen. And it was actually graded. NGC does grade elongated coins. This one was graded Mint State 63. Now they don't go off the grade of the coin when it was squished, because you could use a good condition or a beat up condition coin. They go off of what's left of the elongated coin, because these were meant to be a token, a pocket piece. So if it was worn down, it would get a lower grade, obviously. Good morning, Mikey. How's it going? Duplicates for silver. That's a pretty good idea, Mikey. Get you some silver for just wheat cents. And then let's see if we turn it over. Yep, if you turn it over, you can see it was elongated on a 190, I think a 1904. You can see the 4 Indian head cent. Not 100% how they did it back then, because we do it differently now, where it leaves the actual Indian raised up a little bit on the coin, so you see all the detail, and there is actually still depth to it. So you can still read Liberty full and clear. I think you can still see diamonds in the lower band that goes across the Indian's neck. So it still shows that basically when this was rolled out, this was probably a nice mint state coin, or what would be an AU coin back then. So that's how these are graded. So that's not the earliest one. That just happens to be the one that I grabbed first. I'm just grabbing them out of the box as we go. This is a 1934 Chicago. It's from Chicago, Illinois. It's from the Standard Oil exhibit, and it's got a number. They're all numbered because they're in different books. This is an M&D number 48. It's on a 1918 Lincoln cent. You can see it's got Roosevelt on it. Little NRA down below. Nice coin. I guess I should be paying attention to chat. 1948D wheat cent die crack operation. Very good. Oh, that's a good find, Mikey. But this is a very nice example of this early coin. They graded it MS65 red brown. And NGC is kind of odd. Sometimes they'll add the red or red brown or brown. Like the other one that I showed you just had a mint state 63. They didn't add the brown for some reason. So why they add brown or red brown to some of them, I don't know. They should just leave it with the standard grade because that part really shouldn't matter anymore. Let's see if we can see the date on the reverse. You can kind of see it there, the 1918, but it's hard to see. But you can see it a lot better in person. I've got a whole giant box, so I figure go through these with you guys. This is another from the 1934 elongated cent. It's M&D 5. Oh, that's right. That's right. These two coins I do. That last coin and this coin I actually need to send back in because their papers are actually flipped. I don't even know if I can show it. So the one I'm showing you right now says, Franklin Roosevelt MS66 Brown, but if I scroll it up, it's the standard oil exhibit. As where the other one that I just had was the Franklin Roosevelt on the standard oil exhibit thing. So some people actually collect those and pay extra for them because they like the fact that NGC messed up. But that's actually pretty common. So this is actually the standard oil exhibit from the World's Fair in Chicago in 1934. This one doesn't say what coin it was rolled on, what date, so you probably can't see it as my... Oh, no, actually you can. Oh, that one says 1918, which means the Roosevelt one you can't see all that well. Though I can see it as well. So, but you can see that right there, clear as day, 1918. So those will probably I'll forget about those again in the future, and that will eventually go back to somebody else will get those one day. All right, here's another M&D 5. It's the same exact one with Roosevelt, but this one was graded MS65 brown instead of the 66 red brown. So, or 65 red brown. But nice coin as well. Sometimes they're worth it to send in. Sometimes not. Just depends on what you think you have or you don't have. For the Masons out there, this is a really, truly early Masonic elongated coin. This one is it's an undated Masonic token with the Blue Lodge emblem, and it was rolled on a 1903 Indian head cent. This one they graded mint state 63, and if we turn it over, let's see if we can how clear we can see the Indian. There you go. You can see clear as day. Very nice Indian head, sharp date, all of the above. It was a nice coin when it was squished, so it's a very, very early piece. So there's lots and lots of different coins out there to be had for people who cross collect. So if you happen to be a Mason, certain people would love a coin like this. So let's see. Century of Progress. Oh yes, the 1933-34 World's Fair. I think you even have one of those elongated coins for sale on your webpage, Mike. I still see there's only a couple of us here. If anybody can throw out another way to get more people here, that'd be fantastic. On a Discord, I still have to figure out how to set all that stuff up. All right, I'm just going to keep talking because there's a bunch to get through, and then I'll take any questions and so on and so forth later. All right, so next, this is the 1909 New York Queensboro Bridge opening. So, that's pretty cool. A lot obviously happened in the numismatic world in 1909. That's Michael Kittle had one of the top registry sets for basically a decade for the 1909 mint set, which is still an amazing set. But this is a really, really nice coin, and it was rolled on a 1908 Indian head cent. Having worked in New York, I've actually been across the bridge quite a few times. But as you can see, again, you can read full Liberty easily, sharp. You can see the diamonds in the little bit of the bottom part of the headband. The date, crystal clear. Yep, NGC graded on my website. Yep, there we go. How's it going, JC Will? Good morning. You said congrats, Michael. He didn't actually win. if you're taking out his joke, he didn't actually win. I'm sure he can have a chance at winning. He just didn't win. He can't pick himself. All right. Next up, this is the U.S. Scout Cruiser Salem from Salem, Massachusetts. It's another 1909 coin. It's on an 1878 Indian head cent. You can see on the boat, kind of, I guess, to the right, the aft side of the boat. I don't know. Either way, on the stacks in the middle, you can see there's a little bit of wear, and it's a little bit shinier, and so they consider this one an AU 58 coin. So it's a very nice coin. It's not 100% of a full roll, but it's definitely one of the nicer ones I've seen. And let's turn it over. So again, on an 1878 coin, extraordinarily nice coin that was used. But this was back then. It didn't change anything. So the coin was only 20 or 30 years old, still in AU condition. But you can see full Liberty, all the beautifulness of the original coin. So definitely one of the better things about some of the elongated coins is you can actually get nice old rare coins with the elongated part of it. So I have even seen an 1885 mint state nickel that was rolled into an 1893 Columbian Expo coin. So that one sold for quite a substantial amount of money privately, but still. So this is another 1933/34 Chicago World's Fair. This is from the Republic of China exhibit. It's M&D 22. It's on a 1919 Lincoln cent. And this one was graded mint state 66 red brown. You can definitely see a lot of the red left in it. Again, I'd rather just say a grade. It doesn't, the coin should just speak for itself. So, good morning, Paula. How are you? Glad to see you here. Actually, now that I see you're here, I'll skip ahead a little bit, because yesterday you were talking about, I gotta go through and find it in this little box, but you were talking about Canada. Where did I put it? There it is. About getting a coin on a Canadian large cent. Let's see if this even fits in the screen. Oh, there it goes. Maybe if I turn it sideways, I can get all of it. Sorry about the jitteriness of the microscope. All right, so that's it sideways so that you can see the whole coin. It is a very nice roll, but I'll turn it back this way so you can kind of see the top of it better. But this is from 1908 in Quebec, Canada. It's M&D 2 on a 1907 Canadian large cent. It's for their Tercentenary celebration, and this one was graded mint state 64. And if we turn it over, let me see, I know the date's in the middle, but it's really not the easiest to see. You can see it there. It's sideways, but you can see the 1907 there. This one didn't come out as well as a lot of the U.S. coins did, but definitely a nice Canadian large cent coin. Buy it now, Paula. These actually aren't all that hard to come by. That specific coin, you might be able to find a like a circulated variety um, on eBay. So let's see, and then we'll also, just since we're on the Canadian, let's see, there's that, there we go. And on to Canada. I had said yesterday that I think I have a Columbian Exposition on a Canadian quarter, and I do. This is the M&D 2C for the 1893 World Columbian Expo. This is on an 1892 Canadian silver quarter. I have no idea where they saw the date. I guess it'd be on the other side, wouldn't it? Yeah, it'd be on the other side, but they clearly saw it through all that stuff. I didn't when I submitted it, but that's why NGC is NGC. So that's the Canadian quarter. And then I also found out, not remembering, but I found out that I also have the 1893. This one is E-375A token from the World Columbian Expo, and this is on an 1858 Canadian silver half dime, or nickel, whichever you'd like it to be. So that's a nice early coin that was used for that. And then there's the, I guess that would be the obverse of the original coin. So those were nice to find as well. And then for the U.S. side, very common is the Liberty nickel for the Columbian Expo. This one happens to be on an 1883 U.S. nickel, which is also a very common year that was used. And that one was graded MS64. And this is an 1893 1 cent U.S. Indian head cent. That also extraordinarily common for them to be rolled on, obviously. And then just for funsies, because I know everybody loves them, this is an 1893, the Columbian Expo M&D 1D. This is on a Flying Eagle cent. So you can see the eagle pattern that's left on the back. This is on a Flying Eagle cent. The coin did appear to be probably damaged, and it was probably a junker even back then. So, but at that point it was already over 30 years old. So, but still to find him on a Flying Eagle coin was pretty cool. I found that one actually at a Buena Park coin show, right across from where Mr. Kittle was set up. So it's always good to know your friends. Are these on my eBay listings? No, Paula, these are actually part of my coin collection. I collect elongateds, but I collect normally more rare elongateds. So I do believe Mike has one for sale on his website. So and it's a nice mint state, high grade mint state one as well. So you can take a peek at that one. I think he put a link to that earlier on up in the chat somewhere. So yeah, you can even see full diamonds on the ribbon of that 1878. Yeah, somebody squashed a really nice coin way back in the day. So this one was an interesting one. I wasn't even sure whether or not they would grade it, let alone slab it, but apparently it is authentic from then, and it wasn't the first that they'd seen. But this was from the 1933-34 Chicago World's Fair. They call it M&D 40. And it looks like they rolled half the design from one way and half the design from the other and left Lincoln in the middle. So that was kind of a cool find. and I was actually really stoked that they certified it. Of course, I see all my fingerprints are all over the place, but I was really stoked that they certified it, and um, yeah, it came out really nice. It is definitely, an oddball to the elongated coin collection, and you can see on the back that some of the other design is on the back as well from something else. So I think they were just using some messed up dies and playing around for people. Um, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of this, if you wanted a coin rolled, I do believe it was about a nickel to have a coin rolled. They normally didn't care what coin you rolled, but I'm pretty sure it was a nickel to get them rolled. That's how the guys made their money. So this is from Niagara Falls, New York, M&D 5. They call it the Scene of the Falls, and it's on a 1909 Indian head cent. Obviously, if you turn it over, we'll be able to see the Indian quite clear. And you can tell it was on a very nice Indian head cent, but the entire design takes up this side. So we'll never know if they squashed a beautiful 1909S. So obviously, if there's still red coloring in the background, the coin was a mint state coin when it was rolled. Other than that, it wouldn't have that to it. The nice beautiful red all over. So this one did just get a grade of MS64, no brown, no red brown or any of that stuff. But they used to make really beautiful coins, even elongated coins back then, and these were all hand engraved, amazing coins. So, I think this is the different. Let's see, is this the different one? No, not that one. Yes, this one, the next one. All right. So these. All right. So this is what they call Niagara Falls, the Scene of the Falls, M&D 4. This is on a 1900 Indian head cent. Beautiful coin. Um, you can see the border around the outside. They call it a nice rolled border. It's just round. It's nice, beautiful round over. But this is the same exact one, but they call this 4A because it has what they call the denticle border. It's got just the big denticles like coins have. So same exact coin. One is just number 4 M&D 4, and one is M&D 4A. The first one is actually one of my more favorite coins that I've ever gotten. This one, it's just stunning. The color on it is beautiful. It's very blues and purples with little red hints in the background. Looks like a sunset, and the train's going by on the bridge. So it's just a beautiful coin. So it's neat that there are slight differences in that. So ouch, 1909S. If it was, obviously I have no idea, or it could have been a double die obverse. Not on an Indian head cent. I don't know if Indian head cents had the double die obverse. But yes, the artwork is awesome back then. All of them. Like number 4, who forgot? How's it going, David Carlisle? Yeah, they did beautiful artwork back then. Absolutely beautiful, all by hand. This is another one of Niagara Falls. A lot of the elongated coins actually were more East Coast stuff. They definitely had the higher end of the elongated market over there. But this is another different scenes of the falls. This is a vertical one.
Mic off. Mic on.
A vertical one versus the other horizontal ones. It's just a different type of a scene. So this one doesn't even say what it was on, which is odd because it's a beautiful. Again, another crushed beautiful coin. What's that? Another 1909 Indian head cent. You can see full Liberty. You can see the diamonds going down the headband full. So it was a nice, beautiful coin when it was squashed. So, but that is the thing about elongated coins. That people didn't really care what they used. And again, the vertical one with the rolled borders versus the denticle borders. I've tried to get, when I can come across them, I've tried to get all the different varieties as they come out. So this one was on an 1899 Indian head cent. There we go. We'll turn it that way. You can see that. That Indian head cent looks good. I don't think it was in the greatest condition. You can kind of see some dirt up in the corner that was squished in right near America. So it was a used coin, but it was still a nice coin back then. Let's see what's next. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good exposition. This is from the 1905 Lewis and Clark Exposition. This is the forestry building that was there. And let's see, graded 66 brown. And it was on a 1905 Indian head cent. Let's see if we can get that. Yep, there we go. Nice, beautiful coin. These are two really, really cool coins. We'll start with this is from 1907. These are from Jamestown, Virginia. There we go. Can you guys guess who that is? It says at the bottom, but it's kind of hard to see. But that is Captain John Smith. Captain John Smith. And this was on a 1907 Indian head cent. Obviously, they can see that somewhere on this side of the coin. Oh, hold on. My daughter's asking a question. Hold on.
Mic off. Mic on.
Sorry, still got daddy duties. But so this is Captain John Smith on a 1907 Indian head cent. And this is the other variant at the same exact time of Pocahontas from Jamestown in 1907. This is the Pocahontas elongated coin. So having the two together is actually really cool. Looks like Jeeping John. That's funny. But it's good to have them together for both coins. So that was because I'd always been able to find the Pocahontas one. That's actually easier to find than the John Smith. So when I found the John Smith, it wasn't a mint state coin, but it was still a nice coin. Let's see. This is, again, let's see, Chicago. This is the American Indian Village from the 1933-34 Chicago World's Fair. And yeah, this is the village that was set up for the American Indian at that point in time. Not Native American, not anything else that it is changed to now, but that's what it actually is. So that's what that's what it says on the coin. So, and it says it was on a 1909 or 1919 Lincoln cent. So there's that nice 1919 Lincoln cent. Nah, Jeeping John shaved. There's that one. Wait. Got that one. Let's see. Oh yeah, this one's kind of fun. This is from Miami Beach, Florida. It's a nice, beautiful, early boat. You can see in the background a nice lady, hopefully in a bikini. Yeah, maybe. But this is from, it's on a 1930 cent. I believe this is from the 50s. but it's a beautiful souvenir from Miami Beach, Florida, that you could have gotten from a vendor there. And back in the day, these were people who set up with a machine. They were not people who, um, not where you walked up and put 51 cents in and got a coin out. This one, these were from where somebody had to be set up with a machine, and they would roll the coin out for you. You'd give them the coin, and then they would roll it out for you. There we go. Oh, this is from the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair. This is the Festival Hall Cascades. Yeah, the Festival Hall and Central Cascades. So maybe the water going down like a fountain in the middle. Nice early piece. This one was graded MS65 on a 1904 Indian head cent. Well, it's upside down, but there's a nice. You can tell it was a nice coin back then as well. Only a few more, and then I'll take any questions and just show off some modern stuff as well. Uh, 1901 Pan American Exposition. This one is just the buffalo, 1901, with just the buffalo. It's one of the more favored designs. These are readily available. You can find them in circulated grades. You can see it was just on an Indian head cent, but you can't tell the date. And this one was graded Mint State 63. What else do we have? Oh, another. Let's see. Just like earlier, I showed a Masonic one-off. This is a nice 1901 Masonic rolled at the Pan American Exposition. Nice detailed with a rolled border. Another very nice coin. Let's see. All right, for all the youngsters out there, close your eyeballs. This is from the Chicago World's Fair. They call this the Streets of Paris. And it's got a naughty little naked lady on the left-hand side. So it's a nice early piece. A little bit of red in the background. This is a similar one, but this one is called World's Fair Sally. It was a new dancer with the big fans. The Pan Am Expo is where McKinley was assassinated. Yes, you had those cascades on a medal a while back. Yeah, see, this is why it's amazing to have Michael Kittle here. Is he tends to sell a lot of the earlier stuff and can give us information beyond what I have, because he can talk about metals and other information. So it's always great to have Mike here. Thank you very much, sir, for being here. But a lot of these early coins, stuff like that wasn't moderated. You could kind of put whatever you wanted on them. So, and then the last one. This is the Halls of Science from the World Fair. So, nice, beautiful coin. Whoever got it rolled certainly put it away pretty quickly afterwards. If you look on the bottom, if you can see it, the I in fair is kind of missing, and so is the I in Chicago. I'm guessing, and same with the F and of at top for the Halls of Science. I'm guessing there was just gunk in the dies. That happens where the dies get filled, because you can get other pieces that that are the same, where everything is strong and good. But this was still just one of the nicer examples I've seen, and how the toning is above the building. It almost looks like a sunset. So sometimes you go after the look of a coin versus everything necessarily being there. So definitely fun. Those are the elongated coins for the day. For the old ones, not sure if any of you guys are Stranger Things fans on Netflix. They put for their season 3, before they released season 3, out here in California on Pacific Pier, which is the Santa Monica Pier, or the Bubba Gump Pier, for Forrest Gump, where he ran to. They put on a big, huge thing and took over basically the entire Pier's parking lot and had a machine there for staff members and their guests, and you could come and roll all the coins you wanted for free. So, Mike, I don't think Nightbot's working. I don't know why Nightbot's not working, but I don't think Nightbot's working. So, I'll have to figure that out. I'll have to test it somehow. But I set it up exactly like yours, and it said it was working. So this is just a Netflix Stranger Things elongated coin that was rolled at the pier during their thing, and then also, let's see, let's get that in the. This is just another one from Pacific Park. They have machines there as well. Obviously, they're shut down like everything else in the country because it's just a pier. It's not mandatory to be open, so that's closed down as well. So I thought I'd show those. If there's anybody that wants those in chat, just let me know. How's it going, Perry? Good to see ya. Anybody else I've missed? Probably. David, Paula, Lincoln Central. No, I think I've got you all. Okay, hopefully. Might have missed somebody else. I've got the 2 screens going, and the microscope's on the big screen and the chat's on the little screen. So, yeah, if anybody wants those, I'll mail those out. Let's try to put this back under if I can figure out where it needs to be. Whoop. And zoom in and zoom out. That's a little close. All right, so hopefully you all see that. That is a silver buffalo. I know it's a tiny little fella. How's it going, Papa Giorgio? Yeah, I was just testing it. We can figure that out later. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. Yeah, he'll have to help me out. Them cent squisher machines get out of adjustment pretty quick when you run zinc cents through them. It really depends. I've worked on elongated coin machines for a decade. It depends on the person who sets it up. I set up some at the LA County Zoo, and when I set them up, I didn't have to change them until we put new cabinets on them 5 years later, and we took the machines apart completely and then put them back together, and then we had to reset them. So, oh, put my email in chat. That's a good point. LES pressedsales. Oh, there we go. pressedsales@gmail.com. That is my email. Everyone's welcome to send me any questions they want. But if a machine is set up properly, it should be able to go for years and years and years. And we can do some myth busting here. Steel cents. People always go, "Oh my gosh, steel cents will ruin a die." Steel cents will not ruin a die. If it was annealed properly, you can roll as many steel cents as you want. I've rolled thousands, if not tens of thousands, of steel cents, and they don't hurt a die. They were made by the U.S. government, which means it was guaranteed to be the cheapest steel possible. So it's garbage steel, And the zinc plating on it was even worse because basically a couple months later they rusted. There's a reason they were a 1-year thing. So they were absolutely horrible. But you can roll out as many steel cents as you want. Liberty looks doubled on that. Might just be because of the light, but then again, this thing's also, half the size of a dime, so it's not. I'm sure they didn't exactly care too much about keeping everything perfect. Let's see if we move it that way. Nope, that makes it worse. How about that way? That doesn't help either. Maybe if I zoom it. There we go. That's a little better for Liberty. Yeah. I don't think it's doubled, but it'll be free. And Mike gets to pick the winner. So, all right, definitely out of focus. Yes, definitely out of focus. Now it's in focus, though. We can move it up. There. Now you can see the whole beautiful coin. I've got it on a 30-inch monitor, so it looks ginormous. But it's smaller. So I'll be giving that away along with anybody else. Zinc coating is called galvanization. It did not work very well for plumbing either. That is correct, David. Yeah, no, it does not work. Oh, okay, you can see it better as well. Good. So yeah, so if anybody wants those other 2 pennies, and then the silver we'll give away to somebody. It'll just give me something to do, is mail something out to people. My eyes, my eyes. 10 down. Oh, I can do that. Okay. All right. Pick a number from 1 to 10. Okay. I wrote a number down. And now everyone picks it. Is that the easiest way to do it, Mike? Everyone just picks the number. Okay, there you go. Listen to Mike. He's probably typing. Oh, there we go. Yep. $11. I pick 8. Oh, I can't play. Sorry. Taco. Tacos. Sounds like lunch. All right, so hopefully. All right, I think that's about it. Haha, David. Anyone else? I think that's all that's here so far that I've seen. And it's. Oh, that's how I can show it. That's right. I'm like, I wish I could show everybody what I wrote down. Here we go. I'll put it on the little paper. See if I can put it underneath. There we go. And that's the number I wrote down. So David, I put it. Oh, you can't see it yet. That's right. There's a delay. David Carlisle is the winner. So if you want to send me an email with your address, I will mail that out to you today. And yeah, and I'll just chuck in some elongated coins. I don't know if you do like mail opening videos, but I'll chuck a bunch of stuff in there just for fun. Papa Giorgio is it. So that was fun. All right, and then also might as well show this off because you can't do stream without show. That's, of course, way too close. Without showing this guy off. This is the 1883 Hawaiian quarter that I'll be giving away. Oh, I moved it in the wrong place. For the 750 giveaway. But it's been like 50 minutes, and all I've been doing is talking. So, does anybody have questions, comments, concerns, anything? Coin related, numismatic related? Oh. Let's see, let's type it in again. I will get Nightbot set up today with Mike's help. Happy to have had you here, Paula. It's definitely fun to. Oh, there's Mike putting the blurb out. Excellent, thank you, Mike. It's definitely fun to be able to show off when you know people like seeing the things. So it's fun to bring it out. And since you had mentioned it the other day about the Canadian stuff, it was fun to be able to include those in as well. So I know that Mike will be doing his nickel, his what is it, Canadian bag nickel opening eventually. I think he's still waiting on making sure to get enough people signed up to do it. But just for that specific reason, I brought this one out to show off just for that. Let's see if I can get it centered and zoom it in properly. There we go. This is one of the 1942 Canadian nickels. They call it the Tombach nickels, or Tomback nickels. This one toned up quite nice with the purples and the blues. So maybe you can use that. Maybe I'll get one of those turned into, or he can get one of those turned into a sticker or something. That's a pretty nickel to beaver. Go back and rewatch the stream. Yeah, no problem. I'm glad you guys are all here. Anyways, how many penny dies do you have? Penny dies do I have? I bought over the years. I can probably roll out up to 1,000 different designs, maybe. Um, I bought the largest collection of private machines um, from some friends. They bought them a long time ago from the guy who started the movement of having retail machines. And I bought, I think, 52 penny machines from them. Sadly, they had sat a little bit too long in storage, and most of them had rotted their bottoms off, but the guts were still good. So maybe one day I'll turn those back into retail machines and stick them back out there. They used to be electric, but I'll probably turn them into hand crank machines. But that specific purchase itself came with over 500 different designs from the 80s. So he started making machines in the early 80s. He put the very first one in Disneyland. It was about the size of a Coca-Cola vending machine, the very first one. It was huge. I think if you go onto a website called parkpennies.com, you can see it there. At least see a picture of it. So let's see. If you want some elongated coins done, can I send you the coins I want them done on? Yes. Right now, if you want your own private design, I do that as well. But right now, the last company that does the engraving in the country, at least that I use, because I won't do it cheap. I can get it done really cheap, and it looks like garbage. But the company I use is kind of expensive. But they do laser etching on car parts. so they also do that. And right now they're closed down because that's not it's custom car parts. It's not just for Ford or anything like that. So they're closed down, so they're not taking any orders right now. And when they do, it's normally about at least 2 months before it gets done. It's a slow process. But yeah, I can do that. Um, if it's something just basic you want rolled out, you just want a bunch of coins rolled on anything, but you want them on the specific coins, not you don't really care about the design, then sure, I could probably do that for you as well, depending on what you are looking for. Let's turn it back to the beaver. The beaver is much prettier, anyways. And this one is it's in an Anax holder. Sadly, it only got a mint state 63, which is too bad. It's a really pretty coin, and the fields are very, very, very clean. No issues really in the coin. Um, it got kind of a low grade. You said it's like $250 for a die. Yeah, it's about $250 to get it done. And probably around as long as it's not something you're in a hurry for, it's probably like a from it would be about 2 to 3 months total from start until the end. So, but if you're talking about existing designs, I've got tons of existing designs. I can just, if you want something with an animal on it, or you want something with a flag on it, or something like that, I'm sure I could find a coin. I can find it and just start rolling a bunch of stuff out as well. How's it going, Alistair? Good to see you. Yeah, just putting a little promotional thing out there right now for Michael Kittle for when he does his Canadian nickel bag break. So with a beaver on it. Oh, with a beaver on it. I've got some from zoos. I don't know if any of them have beavers on it though. Those would be much cooler than a channel sticker to send out, and cheaper in the long run if you send out lots of them. That is a good point, Mike. All right, Paula. Yeah, just shoot me an email, and I'll be happy to help you with getting it all taken care of. And yeah, if Mr. Kittle wants one for his as well, we can take care of that. And I can roll coins. Obviously, it's cheaper, but I can roll coins anything from about the size of a dime, even smaller, but with ease, with the size of a dime, all the way up to the size of a silver dollar. Like we can roll those out as well. Let me see. I actually have one here. Oh, I gotta zoom way out for this one. All right, so I'm not even gonna be able to zoom all the way out for this one. Come on, computer, catch up. It's going slow, sorry. All right, so all right, so this is a panner design I have that I made for half dollars for on silver half dollars. It's very similar to the Engelhard panner, and it's actually just a very almost two-dimensional design. Somebody wanted elongated coins with a panner on it so they could put a little gold nugget in the pan and sell the coins. So this is the quickest thing and they needed it like in a hurry. So this was the quickest and easiest thing that I could come up with. And I think they had me roll out like 100 1964 silver half dollars. And then they put little gold nuggets, they super glued little tiny gold nuggets in the pan. And I think they were selling them for $69 a piece at one of the county fairs. They had them really, really high priced, but they sold all 100 or 200 within like the first 2 weeks of the fair. So it was really, really fast. Sort of similar to the 1925. Yes, yeah, actually, it is very similar to that. But I think when I sent it in, I was going off of more the Engelhard guy, at least for the face. but that's neat. Oh, you collect pressed coins. Excellent. Alistair, that's great. Let's see, what did David say? What did I miss? David hit it right on, Alistair. What did he say? Did I miss it? I must have missed it. Oh, David loves it. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah, so this one was, let's see if I turn it over. You can see the design. This one was rolled on an Ike dollar. Oh, that's absolutely horrible. Let's turn it this way, maybe. There we go. You could see it was rolled on an Ike dollar. I just cannot get it right. There we go, sort of. Because recently somebody actually asked if I had any of the halves available, and I didn't. Because I said, well, no, those were a custom order for the halves that the guy wanted. Um, but and he's like, well, can you roll them on some silver dollars for me? So I rolled him out a bunch of silver dollars. And to set up a machine when you're doing that, you have to test it. You have to test the pressure as you're going because you don't want to be wasting silver dollars. So I used Ike dollars, and if you can see right here where my finger's pointing, it's a little chunk of the copper that got caught as it was going through. So this was just a test piece. So so it's kind of cool. It's just a test piece. It's not the full design. You could tell it didn't. Let's see right there on the obverse. You can still see part of the "In God We Trust" because there wasn't enough pressure as it was. So, but yeah, so I can roll anything as small as a dime all the way up to a silver dollar. So whatever, if you you know want to hit me up, I'd be happy to help you. Right now, it's because of everything. It's a long, it's a little bit of a wait, but I will see if they can do anything. Maybe on a weekend, somebody can just run in and do it for me. Still a little bit of a wait with the guy who does all the graphic designs and puts it in the different layers so that it comes out with a sort of a 3D effect. I prefer that. Send that to PCGS. Yeah, I'm pretty sure PCGS would not. Yeah, no. PCGS won't even do elongated coins, and neither will ANAX. I work with ANAX, and I submit, up to a couple thousand things a year to ANAX, and I still can't get them to put elongated coins in a holder. But NGC will. It just goes to tell you they all have their own little things that they prefer. All right, let's see if I can move this back out of the way. Okay, what am I missing here? This. I want that gone. I want this somewhere. Oh, that's that. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see this. This is what I started the stream off with. This is a Golden Gate Expo elongated coin, or Golden Gate Expo, sorry, Golden Gate Park, just from the park. It's a modern coin. Um, and it's an elongated coin on a copper cent. And as you can see, if you look below the A in Francisco, there's a J, and then in between the GA for Golden Gate, there's a D. That means it was engraved by an engraver, Jim Dundon. He's no longer with us, as I believe, um, but he did his engravings mid '90s. He used to do them by hand. They do a photo acid etch, and they need to go in and touch things up. That's why you can tell, the dots around the outside are different sizes. Um, and the Golden Gate and the lettering, it's kind of rounded and differently. But they did pretty decent designs back then. Yeah, my kids. That's kind of actually how I got into collecting elongated coins, Papa Giorgio. My kids, um, we wanted something to do, and we had passes to Disneyland when they were affordable, and we, we got lucky and started collecting them, and then it's just gone from there. And then I got a job doing it, and then it's also a exonomia, so it's another part of numismatics. So it's fun to collect the harder ones to come by as well. So this one from Golden Gate Park, the machine was a single design machine. It is no longer there. Oh, have a good one, Mikey. See you later. Um, it's no longer there in the park. The machine has been retired. Um, but through the years of me doing this, my dad actually kind of was smart, and he went around and whenever I would be getting rid of machines, he would know that they were going away. So he would go out ahead of time and he'd roll a bunch knowing the machine was not going to be available to anybody anymore, and through the years he saved them. And now that there's a big lull in the in the world, he's having fun and he's bringing some of them out. This is one of the ones he's bringing out. Um, and it was 50 cents, 50 cents plus the penny to roll back in the day. So he's selling these. Let me see if I can. Sorry. Um, he's going to be selling them, and I'm going to be just putting up a promotion of them, a couple every time I do a stream, just for fun, so that he can get some of that excess stuff sold. I think he's just asking the 51 cents, that he paid for them. He's happy to put them back out there. He's happy to, let me use it as part of the stream. So that's awesome. And then there's another set. I just don't know how to open it. Let's see, downloads. Does that do it? Did that do it? I have no idea. I don't think you guys can see this. No, you can't see what I'm looking at. Okay, I'll have to figure that out in another one. But I'll tell you about it. There is a 4-coin quarter set. Yeah, that's quarters from Yosemite National Park. One has a bear on it. One has half dome. One says "Go climb a rock" with a little carabiner, and then the other just has Yosemite Falls. So those, I remember that machine. That was a bear to work with. That one had, you put 5 quarters in, and you'd get one of the quarters back. So if you're interested in that set, you can also shoot him an email. And yeah, those were just, I think he's just selling those for the $5.25 as well. So, but that's probably about it. Any other questions I can answer for anybody? Mike can answer for anybody. Oh, on designer's initials. Thank you, JC Will. Appreciate it. That was a while back, but thanks for the heads up on that. Mike probably knew that. If not, or if there is and I'm cutting out too quick, you guys can also email me. I'm happy to answer any questions, comments, concerns, any of that stuff through email as well. It doesn't have to be right here. So if you don't want to, bring it up, I'm happy to answer it through email. So thank you all for hanging out today. I appreciate it. This is fun being able to bring stuff out. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do for the next stream, but I will find something fun. But thank you all for coming. Mike, thank you for being here. We'll figure out Nightbot to get that going because I can't seem to get that going for some reason. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one.